In this video, I'm going to talk about something called the alter ego. This is an alternative version of yourself. It is something that gets looked upon as fake for some people, but not necessarily. So I'm going to talk about how the alter ego can actually help you, benefit you in life. So sit tight, we'll get into it right now. Welcome back to another video. I'm Jen Palko. Alter ego. This is going to be a fun one. And for a lot of people, they have an alter ego. And it can be fun to have an alter ego. So if you're new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jen. I help people who feel stuck reinvent themselves and their lives. I put out a video every single morning on all kinds of cool, helpful hints for you. My intention is to provide value. So if you want, please subscribe below and check out my other videos. I'd appreciate it so much, so much. So yeah, alter ego. What is the difference between the alter ego and the ego? Well, the alter ego is kind of like an alternative version of you, of ourselves. It is usually a contraindication of who we truly are, who we've always identified with. So if you've always identified with somebody who's very introverted, very shy, as I did myself, then your alter ego could be something a lot more outgoing, someone a lot more outgoing and boisterous and loud and stuff like that. So how do we develop an alter ego even? I mean, is it something we just make up throughout our lives? I think we have so many different, we're almost like a multi-dimensional version of ourselves. We're multifaceted. We have a lot of ways where we identify ourselves. We don't identify ourselves as one true thing, depending who we are in society and, who we're talking to or what kind of atmosphere, environment is around us. So, for me, for example, I identify with, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I am a mother of a fur baby. I'm an acupuncturist. That's what I do, not who I am. I could say that I was an athlete. I'm not an athlete anymore. Years ago, I would identify as an athlete more than now, but I identify as somebody who enjoys working out. Let's see. I am a friend. Okay. I am a female. There's so many different ways we identify ourselves, depending where we are, depending who in our life we're interacting with. But that's kind of our identity in the moment. And we're made up of multiple identifications of ourselves. So, I'm not just going to say that I'm an acupuncturist and that is who I am. No, that's what I do. That's not who I am. Or I am a sister, I have an older brother. That's not, it's part of who I am, but it's not the whole package. It's not all of me, right? Because I'm also a daughter. I'm also, a friend to people. I'm also all these different things, all these different layers of ourselves make up who we are as a whole. So what then is the alter ego? What is the alter ego, the alternative version of ourselves, and how do we actually develop an alter ego? So I actually had an alter ego. I guess I could still consider it my alter ego, but I played from about 2007 to 2017, a couple years ago. I played the sport of roller derby. And in roller derby, you have alter egos, you have stage names, okay? So I was Mental Block. I still am Mental Block to the people I played, my derby friends, but it's interesting because now I don't identify as Mental Block as much as I did when I was playing derby, 2-3 times a week. It's still part of who I am, You know, if somebody calls me mental, it sounds really funny. If somebody calls me mental, I still respond to it because that's my name for 10 years. Okay. I mean, I'm still Jen, but to the roller derby community, I'm known as Mental Block. Okay. That is my alter ego. And that is, you know, in a way was fun for me because it allowed me to be somebody who, you know, growing up, I was very, very shy and always have been introverted. So for me, derby was an outlet to bring out another side of myself. So in a sense, I feel like our alter egos are a part of ourselves that we don't necessarily let out and show the world because we're a little insecure about it or we're not as confident as we think we are. So how can an alter ego benefit you? An alter ego can benefit you in that it brings out another, or allows you to bring out another side of yourself that you may have been a little shy to bring out. It allows you to be a little more confident if, say, you haven't felt confident because you're now under this mask of this alter ego, this alternative version of yourself. And it allows you to maybe be a little more outgoing, a little more boisterous, a little more things that you wouldn't necessarily do or say with people because it gives you that kind of umbrella, kind of a safer umbrella for you to do that as an alter ego. Now, it's not necessarily to say that, you know, because I had an alter ego that was not really me. No, it was still me. It was still me, but it was a fun way of bringing out a side of me that others may not have seen or that me, myself, I'm a little scared to bring out. Okay, so a little shy to bring out because, again, I've always identified with shy, introverted. So to go about your life and one day just make that switch and come out as very outgoing and boisterous and loud would seem odd to people, right? It would seem odd to me because we're always under this, what I like to call a societal mold. So the societal mold is basically what shapes us and how we identify with ourselves in the world around us and society around us. So if we've always identified as somebody who's shy and introverted, then it's going to be very difficult to break out of that societal mold because we're always going to be under that umbrella and people are always going to expect us to act that way because that's how we've always acted. So to break out of it, sometimes having an alter ego makes it easier. You can break out of it in other ways, of course. I mean, I'm a lot less shy than I used to be as a kid, but you know, it makes it easier to break out of that mold. So alter egos can be very, very fun, you know, and you know, it's not to say that, you know, can you get carried away with an alter ego and can it become like your new identity? I mean, in a sense, yes, but it's also, you have to make sure it's not something that it's not like a false alter ego. It's not something that you're completely faking. It's just an alternative version of you, an alternate version, okay? A contraindicated or contradictory version of yourself. So that's where the fun is at with alter egos. If you guys have an alter ego, please let me know in the comments below. I'm curious, like, what your thoughts are on this and how you view alter egos and any kind of fun stories you have about it. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Peace.